but then you are not prosecuted, or you are not. The police didn't come back again.
No. That is something that one must give to the founding fathers of the university. G. Parthasarathy, who was the first vice chancellor, and NVK Murthy, who was a great filmmaker. He worked with the film division
Yes.
for years,
Yes.
and Professor Muniz Raza and Professor Mahale, and all these people who were in senior positions, vice chancellor, rector, dean, deans of the schools and all that. There were some punitive actions which were, like scholarships were stopped and all that. But against this kind of thing, there was
No police activity. Yeah.
actually, once this is pre the emergency, when we had Gherao G. Parthasarathy.
Mhm.
So we were sitting inside the vice chancellor's room and outside, and we were not letting them step out of the building.
Okay. So what about
The
the
LG sent in, no, just let me complete this.
yeah?
The LG sent in the police,
Okay.
and when the vice chancellor heard about this, he rang up the LG and he said, "How dare you? I haven't asked for the police.
Mm.
Withdraw the police immediately. This is between me and my students, and we are sitting across and talking about it. We will resolve it. I don't need the police." How many vice chancellors have the spunk in them to do this today?
Mm.
They invite the police, and every single thing they invite the police.
I think the vice chancellor was Dr. Mahalaya, no?
No, no,
If I
no, no,
remember.
no, 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 no. G.
Yeah.
Parthasarathi.
Oh, Parthasarathi was the vice chancellor. Okay, fine,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was the VC.
Okay. So what about coming to Turkman Gate? Sanjay Gandhi started this beautification
You
of
see, this
Delhi.
whole thing of demolitions that happened during the emergency.
Hmm.
It is obviously Sanjay Gandhi, but there is also Mr. Jagmohan,
Hmm.
who was the vice chairman of the DDA.
PDA, yes.
And there was a police officer called Tamta. These three, and these two were the, uh, virtually the lackeys of Sanjay Gandhi.
Hmm.
And all in everything they were there, in all the demolitions.
Okay.
Now, Sanjay Gandhi had his 5-point program,
Hmm.
and one of which was sterilization.
Yes, vasectomy, family planning. Yes.
Yeah, family planning.
Hmm.
And they began to pick up people and forcibly began to sterilize them.
Okay.
And they were protesting. And then they moved in with bulldozers and demolished homes.
Okay.
And that is what triggered the uh, protest at Turkman Gate, and it spread all over the, all over
City.
Shahjahanabad. But they were targeting the poor people all over the city.
Yes.
They would go there in the dead of the night, pick up people, throw them in trucks, and take them outside the city. That is how Sundar Nagari, Simapuri, Nand Nagari, New Simapuri, Khichadipur, all these resettlement colonies, so-called resettlement colonies, they all came up like that. And this was probably their idea of how to keep the city clean.
Okay.
Throw the poor people, pick them up and throw them out of the city on the outskirts where nobody would see them. So you can
Hmm.
have your broad streets and
Yes. Yes.
clean
Yeah.
roads.
Coming to the politics of it, did you ever ever thought? Many people thought that Mrs. Gandhi is going to be now the dictator of India forever, and Sanjay Gandhi will take over from her. Did you ever thought that this will come to an end and things
Well,
will change?
no, we had seen this happening. We had seen which way was this going, because from 71 onwards, what was going on in Bengal is was precisely this. You could pick up anybody, charge them with any crime, and throw them in jail or kill them. The CPIM alone lost 1,500 of its workers in Bengal alone. 100
Yeah,
had to leave. You
yeah.
know,
That they call it the Naxalite movement, and then the
yeah.
police
So
coming
you
in there.
know, the
Yeah.
ruling classes, when they are in a situation that they feel threatened that they will probably lose power, then the facade of democracy goes. Indira Gandhi was declared, the Allahabad High Court said that she had used unfair means in the elections. Now, if you seriously believed in democracy, what would you do? You would resign and you would contest and go to the people and campaign and prove that no, you were falsely charged. Well, what did she do? She started organizing these rallies, and she uh, amended the constitution, and the parliament passed all these laws. Well, also the parliament became just a rubber stamp. Whoever opposed, most of the opposition leaders were in jail.
Yeah, that's my question. Did you ever think those days that this will end and we'll be back to normal? Because
No,
a
no,
lot of people,
we were sure it will end, and this cannot last. What was going on then could not last, and what is going on now will also not last forever. There is a tipping. There is a stage when the people's patience just can't take anymore. That time came, and that time will come.
yeah, but nobody expected that kind of majority for Janata Party those days. Did you expect that it will be a sweeping thing? Congress will be wiped out in North India at least.
Well, on the ground we could feel it. I had actually taken a bet with a dear friend that you also know, who is no longer with us, Harpal Singh Bedi. I had taken a bet with him, and I told him that they will not cross 100. So, but one must remember, the election commission wasn't compromised at that time.
Yeah. So what is the
They
lesson?
were
As an activist, what is the lesson you say Indian democracy and people have learned from that? The two
well,
years of
I I don't have a very deep faith in the deep roots of democracy in this country. This is something that we keep on talking about, but we are essentially a very undemocratic system, and we put up with a whole lot of undemocratic things. Forget politics for the time being. How do we treat our women? Is that democratic? Educated people, so-called liberated people. How do they treat their daughters and the woman they are married to, or their sisters? How do we treat the Dalits in our daily life? What is our attitude towards the OBCs? So we are not, so democracy is not only an electoral process. This is the way of life. And in our personal lives, we are not democratic. And we are quite used to sucking up to power. The number of people who are against this kind of psychophancy is not small. And the issue is, are you able to move and raise these issues with all the restrictions that have been placed now? But sooner or later, there will be a tipping point. When it happens, it's difficult to predict, but that point will come. And then nothing at all can stop it. We have
Yeah.
seen it again and again and again.
Yes.
And not
Yeah.
only in India, we have seen it all over the world.
I know.
But
I know. At least, I know at least two people who were Gnostics before emergency become believers after emergency because they thought only a God's intervention can you know spare us from emergency kind of situation.
well,
Really,
you know how often God intervenes on behalf of the oppressors. We know.
yes, I
You
know.
know, it is
Very
the
few.
people who intervene. It is the
Yes.
people who will intervene in defense of the people, and that is when things will change.
That's a good thought to end the conversation. And we are sure that no dictator, however powerful, can control and perpetuate undemocratic rule, be during emergency or now or whenever people try. And we hope that emergency of 75 to 77 stands as
There is
as a
there is
good
this
lesson.
famous American saying: "You can fool some people all the time, and you can fool all the people for some time. You
Yes,
can't fool all the people all the time."
all the time. Yes.
So
That's-
so
Yes.
sooner or later,
Yes. Yeah.
the
That's
tricksters
it.
have to go.
Yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sohail, for your time
Thank you very much.
and
Thank you.
reliving
Thank
those
you. It
days.
was a pleasure
Thank you.
talking to you.
Thank you.